Today, I'm going to be building an escape room. Yes, that's right. I'm going to be building an escape room in Minecraft that all the members on Igniter here will be able to enjoy. Welcome back to another episode here on the IgnitorSMP server. I hope you're all doing well. And that's right, I'm building an escape room. Now, I don't have a location for it yet, but also I don't have the materials yet. So that is the first task for today, is gathering all the materials. Now, there's only about 3,500. But there is like a ridiculous amount of different items, which makes it a lot harder and take a lot longer than 3,000 of one or two things. So it will take a decent number of minutes, possibly hours, I don't know. But I need to find a location to actually build this escape room. Now, I want it to be somewhere here, maybe in the shopping district. You know what? Last episode I built this giant warden. I wonder if it would fit inside of the warden. That would actually be really cool. Now, I don't think it will, but I'm gonna pull up the schematic real quick and I'm gonna go check and see if it would actually fit inside of my warden. Okay, it's slightly too big to fit inside the warden. That would actually been really cool if I could have made another use for this thing, but no, it does not quite fit inside of it. So maybe what I can do is put it here and make an entrance to it, because it does need to be buried. That's the easiest way to do it because it doesn't have an exterior. So maybe this is a decent location. I just dig out a big hole and I make a bit of a cool entrance. This is actually a good looking spot. I think this is, all right, I've claimed this spot. It's claimed. There we go. That means it's claimed. Okay, so that actually will work really well. Now I need to head back to my starter base because I mean, there's going to be some stuff here, some stuff in the industrial area. We're still yet to have a storage. I believe Minion is planning on getting the storage up and going this week, which would be fantastic because we desperately need it, and I have no shulker boxes. Lovely. They're all shulker shells, so maybe I'll have to just craft some. That's fine. So, oh, where is all of my... Oh, you can tell I don't do much storage stuff in this place anymore. I just mainly use the industrial area because that's where majority of the stuff me and Minion own are. And we can fold in here, and there should be plenty of logs to make myself some chests for more shulker boxes. Also, something I've done in between episodes is began auto crafting TNT, because if you remember, I built this machine that was the closest thing to an auto crafter before we had auto crafters. Now we have auto crafters, and it is auto crafting TNT, which is fantastic. And I decided to use Minion shulker box loader because it's fantastic and I love design. So yeah, we've got not much stuff left. No, you know what, there's actually a lot of gunpowder left. Yeah, so this is all feeding in and it's slowly auto crafting. That should not be getting behind. Why is that getting behind? Weird. Anyway, enough of that. I need to make some shulker boxes and gather some resources. Now, I'm not gonna show it because I'm sure you don't want to watch me just go and gather a heap of random stuff. I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you over in that area I just was with some shulker boxes full of goodies. So this is all of the materials. Well, it's actually technically not quite, but that's fine. That doesn't matter just yet. And there's 5 shulker boxes worth, but only 3,000 blocks, and that's because there's just so many different ones. If it was 3,000, I'd only need 2 shulker boxes if it's the same item. But anyway, it's not actually time to start building. Not quite yet. I know you probably thought, well, I'm going to gather resources, it must mean I'm going to jump straight into a time lapse and build this escape room. Well, you're wrong. Last episode where we built this giant warden, it wasn't for nothing. It's for a shop, as you may remember. And if you did watch the last episode, if not, click off now and go watch it before you see. If you watched it, you'll know I didn't stock this shop. I didn't have time. Another project that I started too late in the week. This time it's Monday, starting when I normally try to, sometimes on a Sunday. Just depends how I'm feeling. Started here on a Monday. Now, I need to stock it. There is, I can't remember, there's 8 chests. Now, there's not 8 different things I want to sell at this current moment. That may change, it may not. But the first 2 things that I think I want to get is the sculpt blocks and the skulk sensors. I think that's what I think they're the skulk sensors. I don't know. I think I've probably still got some stuff left over in this area. So it's, yeah, skulk and skulk sensors. I want to be selling them, and they are the first couple things I want to go and collect. Now this stuff does actually take a decent while to gather, so I'll take 3 shulker boxes with me, and what I think I will do is I'll gather up 2 shulker boxes worth of the skulk, and I might have this one just selling skulk, so skulk there, just so we have plenty stocked up. And then over here I'll have the skulk sensors. Now I think I want to sell them 1 diamond for 12 or something like that. I think that's pretty good. They can be used for redstone, decorations, all sorts of things that could be handy for people's builds and stuff. So I'm going to head to an ancient city and do some gathering. Now, I know you can make farms for skulk, and I may do that at some point, but for now, I'm just going to do it manually and go into an ancient city and gather it up like that. I didn't spend too long gathering stuff. I gathered up the skulk, and I'm going to sell that for 1 diamond per stack. I think that's pretty good. I could have nearly gone more expensive, but I think this way people may actually be willing to buy it. And also here, I gathered a decent amount of them, but I'm going to do 1 diamond for 8. I think that is actually quite fair. It's a bit of effort to get them, and you can probably get diamonds quicker than you can get these, to be honest. So that's that. And now that we're done with that, now it is finally time to start working on this escape room. Now, the first thing is digging out a decent sized hole. Now, that won't take all that long realistically, so that is the first thing for now. Let's time lapse it right now. This is a lot bigger than I honestly expected. It is a quite large hole, and because of that we filled up a ton of chests full of stone and stuff, which is handy. We'll definitely use it at some point in time, but now that we have the hole to build the escape room, I want to just go ahead and build the thing, because the door to actually get in is down there, so I need to make, you know, like a bit of a entrance to actually get down to it. So it's a little bit, it's going to be a little bit tricky, especially from a non-great builder, but that's fine. I will figure it out when I actually build it. So I want to get the escape room built, so I'm going to grab my blocks, which is going to be quite difficult when I think about it, because I'm going to take these in there because I don't want to have to keep flying outside of the hole. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one, because some blocks, there's just, you know, a couple of them, so I need to just quickly switch between a couple of them, so it's going to be difficult. It's going to take a couple of hours at least, but let's jump into another time lapse and finally get our escape room built. The escape room is done. That's right, the escape room is done, and I did actually go ahead and do an entrance for it. Now, before you question me and question if I'm insane, no, it's not that bad. This is what I got, and I think it actually looks really cool. It looks kind of fun and playful, even though it's not. If you get trapped and you die in there, your fault. No, I'm joking. But if we come down here, we'll turn this way. This is an example board, so is that. This is where you put all your stuff, and you flick the lever and go in. But no, you're not allowed to look in there. No spoilers. And if I, yeah, okay, this is the prize. This is my addition to the prize, and of course, the winners will also, the winner, not winners, there's only one winner, the winner will also get all the diamond blocks that are paid for people to participate. But this is a bunch of diamond blocks. I don't actually know how many it is. There's diamond ore, there's netherite. It's a great prize. Anyone would be glad to win it. So I'm gonna keep track of everyone's times when they play it and see who actually ends up winning, and I'll do an announcement once the game is over and everyone who wants to play it has played it, and we'll be able to know how quick people have been running it and also who was able to do it the fastest. That is it for now for this episode, but before I go, I actually spent a bunch of time today because I had a bit of spare time. That was finished a couple days ago and I'm only recording it now, I know. I had a bit of time over in the industrial district with Minion. Now, you remember the big storage factory that he's been working on? Well, there has been some tremendous progress. And that is because we've actually started moving items in. Yes, I just said we've started moving items in. So I'm going to show you what we've done, and I am extremely happy with the design we've come up with. And I did majority of the moving items in because, well, he had to go to bed. It was like midnight, so that's fine. And I'm currently in the process of still moving some more things. I want to do it properly, so I'm spending a bit of time on a Google Doc writing everything down. But the main thing I want to show you is the design, and I think it's amazing. It looks so good, so if we walk inside here, look at what we've come up with. Oh, I think this thing looks absolutely amazing. And you can see we've used the blocks themselves to actually, instead of item frames, we don't want to lag this place too much. We've got this. These are all of our blocks. Now I know there are more blocks than this, but this is pretty much all the blocks that we really need and have, and sort of have, I guess. Now I'm working on, these are all of our sort of non-block stuff, except for the redstone bits. I'm going to have the redstone bits just up here in these two segments here. There is another layer, which I don't know if it's actually going to be used at all. So we use the little elevator, walk up here, absolutely amazing. And we have a bunch more chests up here, which may not get utilized, like I said. And you may be wondering, such a big factory for such a small part of it just being the storage? Well, yes, because this area, probably either this side or this side, is going to be for a super smelter. That is what one of them will be. One of the other ones, probably this one, I don't really know, will be more of a bulk storage. So the storage from our mob farm, which is probably going to change, sugarcane farm, stuff like that will come here and be shulker box loaded. Stuff that needs bulk loading. But yeah, this is our storage, and this middle bit does need to be still done, but this thing looks so cool. And the copper grates, they'll be changed, they'll be moved, as you can see, same as these. For the things that aren't blocks though, we will be using item frames for them, but there will not be too many item frames, so it should be pretty lag effective, and that was our sort of whole idea with having it designed like this. So I had so much fun doing this today, and I've still got a bit more to go, which I'm going to do as soon as I finish recording. As the sun is setting, I would like to thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you did enjoy today's episode. I know I can't show you how the escape room works. I would absolutely love to, but once everyone's run it, I'll actually be able to show you how it works and how cool the design actually is. But if you enjoyed, please leave a like and do consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. But my name is Onyx, and I will see you next time. I'm going to have to jump in the water because I have no rockets. Goodbye.